Rabbi Lord Sachs, Rabbi Ephraim Nervous, Rabbanim, Chaverim, Chaverim of Bnei Akiva, ladies and gentlemen. We gather tonight, as we do each year, on a journey from the pain and remembrance of Yom Ha'atzmaut to the joy and celebration of Yom Ha'atzmaut. The distinction is artificial. For Israelis and for the Jewish people, the two emotions are indelibly etched in all our hearts. Sorrow and joy, sacrifice and freedom. Without the sacrifice of those who have fallen, without the pain and suffering for the loss of those we mourn tonight, we will have no freedom to celebrate. For now we grieve for sons robbed from their mothers, fathers ripped from their children, and friends, brothers fallen on the battlefield in pursuit of a just and noble cause, the establishment, survival, and the security of the State of Israel. No words can comfort the bereaved. The pain is permanent. But in Yom Ha'atzmaut, together as a nation, we stand in silence, in understanding, compassion, and strength for each other, and in loving memory of those we have loved and lost. Last week we marked Yom HaShoah. I attended the March of the Living. It was an experience I will never forget. With 10,000 others, I shared a haunting silence that screamed with the pain of the victims and reflected the silent complicity of an indifferent world. I marched alongside the Attorney General Yehuda Weinstein and former Chief Rabbi Israel Meir, together with young people from Israel, from the United Kingdom, and from all over the world. On these days of mourning, whether in Yom HaShoah or Yom HaZikaron, there's no seniority in our office. We're all equal in our grief and pain. We marched from Auschwitz to Birkenau on the blood-soaked ground where the Nazis and their collaborators unleashed history's most horrific crime on the Jewish population of Europe. We marched in solemn memory of those we lost, in defiance of the perpetrators and as a living testament to the survival of the Jewish people. 66 years after the end of the Shoah, Jewish life goes on. I'm honored to stand here before you as a representative of the State of Israel, the state that safeguards the values, the freedom, and the security of the Jewish people. On Yom HaShoah, we mourn the catastrophic consequences of a world without a Jewish state. We pledge never again, but history demonstrates that those words can only have a meaning. Those words are only made possible if we are strong, we are resolute, and determined to defend ourselves. No one else can do it for us. I want to tell you that no one else will do it for us. Today on Yom Ha'atzmaut, we mourn those who paid with their lives to defend the life of the Jewish state, and with it, the life of the Jewish people. The siren sounds, the traffic stops. Israel stands shoulder to shoulder in quiet unity. The bustling highways of our ancient homeland are graced with a painful silence. We stop to remember the soldiers whose sacrifice made the independent statehood of the Jewish people more than just a dream. Those who have laid down their lives so that the words "never again" are more than just an empty promise. In Israel, there's not a single family who doesn't know the bitter taste of tragedy. There's no simcha at which the guest list is complete. In every moment of joy, there's always someone missing. We mourn them here tonight. We mourn also of our victims of terror, robbed of their lives by murderous hatred. All of us were numb with horror earlier this year when 5 members of the Fogel family were murdered as they slept in their home in Itamar. Even a 3-month-old baby was not spared in an act of unspeakable brutality. Terror and extremism do not distinguish between soldier, civilian, man, woman, or child. The extremism that Israel has faced and is facing is an inversion of every value we hold dear. War has never been the choice of the state of Israel. Our choice is, has always been, and will always be the path of peace. But when war is forced upon us, surrender is impossible, and the price of defeat is unthinkable. Our soldiers remain the thin line between the life and death of our nation, of our state, of our people. We give thanks to the brave men and women of the IDF, the guardians of Israel, who risked their lives so that all of us can continue to say, Am Yisrael Chai. And we pray for the return of our missing soldiers. We pray for the release of Israel's captive son, Gilad Shalit, held hostage by Hamas terrorists for nearly 5 years without a single visit from the Red Cross. Israel's soldiers are not faceless fighters. They are the sons and daughters, brothers and sisters of every single one of us. Many of you here tonight are off or approaching army age. Your lives are ahead of you, filled with exciting choices to make. Some of you will make Aliyah, some of you will choose to wear the uniform of your homeland. For Israelis your age, service is not a choice, but a duty they fulfill with courage, humility, and distinction. Their service ensures that Eretz Yisrael remains land that each and every one of us here tonight can call home if he so chooses. There is no army in history under such intense pressure for so long, which has acted with greater morality, ethics, and respect for the sanctity of human life than the army of Israel. Today a new battle is raging. It is the struggle for Israel's very legitimacy, and you, young British Jews, are on the front line. As our enemies demonize Israel, slander our soldiers, and seek to place us outside the family of nations, they will attempt to drive a wedge between Jewish communities and the state of Israel. Now more than ever before, it is vital that we celebrate who we are, what we believe in, and what the state of Israel represents. We must say unequivocally, passionately, and courageously that we are proud. We are proud to be Jewish. We are proud to be Zionists, and we are proud of the state of Israel. You, the Chaverim of Bnei Akiva, and the Zionist youth movements are the future leaders of Anglo Jewry. It is you who will ensure that this community will stand shoulder to shoulder with your brothers and sisters in Israel to share our pain and celebrate our achievements. With Yom Ha'atzmaut fast approaching, now is the time for pride. Israel is an exciting, dynamic, and democratic state. In our ancient homeland, the Jewish people are flourishing. We have built a high-tech society that harnesses science and is ready for the future. All around the Middle East, in Syria and Iran and Libya, we see people longing for freedom, whose wishes are violently, ruthlessly, and brutally crushed. Yet in Israel, every single day for the last 63 years, every freedom cherished anywhere in the diplomatic world has been cherished, upheld, and defended in Israel. Freedom of expression, freedom to disagree, the freedom to live life, progress, and excel, the freedom to live as Jews, as a free people in our own land. That can never, ever, ever be taken for granted. Every right and freedom we enjoy is only made possible through the tireless vigilance, dedication, and courage of our soldiers. We reach out a hand for those who would take it, but with the other, we hold the shield of late David very close to our chest. We strive for peace, but only if we are strong, secure, and fearless in our defense can peace be possible. We offer gratitude to our soldiers serving to protect our nation, and we stand together in solidarity, united in our heartache, pain, and loss for those who have fallen. The fallen soldiers, defenders, and heroes of the State of Israel and the Jewish people. Yehi Zichram Baruch. Thank you.